Next on our agenda, we'll hear from Mr. Ron Harrington, whose visionary leadership, his drive toward pushing us to be our best as it relates to scientific discovery, is ultimately one of the main reasons that we're gathered here today. Ron is the co-founder of the Harrington Project for Discovery and Development, the chairman of NOX, exciting new company, chairman of the Harrington Discovery Institute's International Advisory Council, board member of the Oxford Harrington Rare Disease Center Advisory Council, co-founder of the Advent Harrington Fund and Morgan Stanley Gift Cures Fund. Ron is also past member of the University Hospital's Board of Directors, and with his family, an honorary lifetime member of the University Hospital's Board of Trustees. It's no exaggeration to say that Ron, his wife Nancy, and their family with Jill and Ron Jr. and with Lydia have changed, I think, the trajectory of what we can accomplish at university hospitals through the Harrington Discovery Institute, and I think ultimately better mankind. The original generous gift to UH in 2008 helped first create a visionary Heart and Vascular Institute. And once that got rolling, the next gift obviously was able to establish in 2012 the Discovery Institute, because he had, and his wife Nancy had, an unabiding desire to speed cures to people who need them. And the Harringtons then established the Harrington Project, which is what really gave birth to everything we're talking about today. And it ignited, I think, a new business model that had not yet been contemplated, the concept of a nonprofit, for-profit accelerator, which is now being mimicked, if you will, in the Oxford relationship, is something that I think is unique and is meant to be copied by many, but probably won't be. Importantly, I think I could say that the Harringtons are all in this crucial work. Daughter Jill now serves in the Harrington Discovery Institute Regional Leadership Advisory Council, embodying her family's commitment to multi-generational philanthropic leadership. Ron, Nancy, and their family are ideally suited, I think, to play this important role. Their success as entrepreneurs, always asking why can't this be better, enables them to put the same skills that they developed to use to push us and to push the scientific community to advance innovative projects in science and medicine. As you know, the dedication to science is, if you think about it, one of the most important parts of the Harrington formula. The other, though, is a belief in entrepreneurship. So we at UH and Harrington Discovery Institute bear witness, I think, to this every single day. So please join me in giving a warm round of applause as we hear a few words from Mr. Ron Harrington, our transformational leader.
Well, thanks, Cliff, and hello, everybody. Thank you for participating in our scientific symposium. Those of you who have joined us in the past have heard me mention the importance of culture. Culture has always been a touchstone for our family because we grew our business through transforming our culture. Similarly, we have also been most excited about the Harrington Discovery Institute effort to drive a new entrepreneurial culture into academic drug discovery. This past year, we've been able to grow the culture through creation of our governance and philanthropic councils. These councils embody the topmost leaders in business, government, drug discovery, and impact philanthropy. The members tell us they admire what you inventors are doing so greatly that we want to support it to play roles in inspiring further culture change in academic drug discovery and development. On that note, I want to take a few moments to share with you a bit about the boards that we have added. First, we have our Regional Leadership Advisory Council, and I'll highlight only a few people as time allows. Jim Ratner, former chairman of the large public real estate firm, is excited to support the science, inputs, and outputs of global nonprofit drug discovery. Ralph Delarada, chairman of an M&A advisory firm, adds knowledge about how to use capital to drive change in organizations and markets. Jill Harrington, our daughter, is carrying on our family's commitment to impact philanthropy. Bob Reitman, a true leader in Cleveland, headed transonic companies and brings us operational expertise. David Dahl, a senior vice president at Morgan Stanley, is engaged in unlocking the creative philanthropist in everyone. These brief examples give you a glimpse of the benefits of this board to Harrington. We also have the Harrington International Advisory Council. I'll highlight a few people. Dee Haslam, owner of the Cleveland Browns, takes an owner's approach to everything she does and offers incredible insight. Joe Canfor, the retired CEO of Gojo Industries, inventor of, among other things, Purell, has a tremendous appreciation for the invention and commercialization process. And Brenda Garza Sada, owner of a family conglomerate in Mexico, brings us a vibrant spirit of international entrepreneurship. These leaders will help us grow internationally. And last but not least, there is the Oxford Harrington Rare Disease Center Advisory Council. We're incredibly excited about the progress of the Oxford Harrington Rare Disease Center this past year. And we're also pleased and humbled to be partnered with Oxford University, that was just ranked the #1 academic institution in the world for the 8th year running. On this Rare Disease Council, we have John Crowley, the CEO of large biotech organizations and the father of 2 children with a rare disease. He knows the urgency of drug commercialization as well as anyone in the world. Sir John Bell, who helped originate the UK partnership with Oxford and is a brilliant mind in drug discovery as well as the former Regius Professor of Medicine in the UK. David Cameron, which we've been discussing, former Prime Minister of the UK, has contacted us last year and requested to be chairman of this board. With a child who suffered from a rare disease, he deeply wanted to help us accelerate international rare disease success. And most recently, Dame Nicola Blackwood, a member of the UK Parliament, a chair of Genomics England, has recently joined our council also. These many people have interest in the Institute because of your accomplishments. You are the ones who achieved the impact numbers that Jonathan mentioned. Your discoveries are turning into treatments in a way our family can only describe as exhilarating. You have pushed so hard that we now have in our sights the key milestone of $1 billion in raised funds. So 12 years ago, $1 billion was aspirational enough that many advised us not to mention it. A skepticism that reminds me of a favorite proverb. Nancy and I were once at a Chinese restaurant with our family when I opened a fortune cookie. It read, "One of life's greatest achievements is doing things people say you can't do." We loved it so much that Nancy and I framed it, gave it to all of our kids and our grandchildren for Christmas. How many times at this institute have we been told, Jonathan, that we can't do something? The people who have joined the boards and councils I mentioned are in many cases entrepreneurs and inventors who have also been told they can't do something. They may not understand your science, but rest assured they understand your fighting spirit. As you undertake the many things you're about to do in the years ahead with us, we'd like to leave you with another proverb our family loves. Don't let the people who are saying something cannot be done interrupt those who are already doing it. You physician scientists are the ones who are already doing it. We sincerely thank you.